Okay, in this lesson I'm going to show you how you go about directing camera cuts. Over in Muvizu, I'll show you the scene that I've got set up. We've got a guy sitting at a desk on a chair, and around him are some lights, a spotlight and the lamp, and crucially we've got three cameras: camera 1, camera 3 and camera 2. And this is a really simple set. I'll bring up my timeline, and if I press play you can see what's going to happen. The chap's sitting down, he gets up and he walks over to the filing cabinet and he stops. And that's basically it. So the only thing that remains for me to do in this animation is do some camera cuts. Now I've got the three cameras set up. The only thing I'm missing right now is my camera window. So if it's not up on your screen, you can go to View, Show Cameras window. I'm going to pull it over here. Okay, so this is what camera 1 can see. This is what camera 2 can see over at the filing cabinet, and camera 3 is a wider shot. What I'd like to do is I'd like to stay on camera 1 for the start of the shot. As the character walks between the desk and the filing cabinet, I'll switch to camera 3, and finally as he arrives at the filing cabinet I'll switch to camera 2. Some things to notice before we go anywhere. You can always tell which camera is recording or which camera is the live one because its pink light is highlighted. You can see that this one is highlighted and these two are not. Similarly, this pink light is matched by the little recording word in the viewport of camera 1. Now each of these cameras windows you can make bigger by clicking on the window itself just to get a better resolution of what you're looking at. And also, if you've lost any of the cameras in your set, if it's a particularly big set and you want to find them, if you right click on the camera window, your main viewport will adjust itself so that you're looking at the camera. Let's pull back and see what we're going to do here. I'm going to hide everything that I don't need. I'm going to hide my lights, and that's pretty much it. Since I'm directing cameras, I'm going to leave them visible. Now the process of directing camera cuts is very much like everything else in movies. We go up to direct, camera cuts, and a few things appear. Let's put this big window over here and this window right here. Okay, so our timeline appears as it always does, and it's onto this track that you're going to record the camera cuts. We've got the three monitor windows that you can see each camera producing right here, and this big one, this big window, this is the view that will eventually go to the movie that you create in Muvizu. And creating camera cuts is as easy as this. We hit the record button and wait for the countdown to happen, and then for when we want the shot to change, you simply click on the viewport. Change to that one. He walks across and arrives there. So let's just look in the main window, look in this one, you can see what happens with the camera shots. Rewind. So we've got the close-up, and then I clicked on the next one, click, he walks across and into close-up mode. So directing camera cuts really is as easy as that. If you want to fine-tune any of that stuff, for example, I'm not really that happy with the camera cut as he's coming up from the table. Let's just press play, you can see this. I'd like it to cut just a little bit sooner. So when you've got editing decisions like that to make, you go to the Tools, Timeline, and you can see, if I pull this up just a little bit, you can see what we've got right here in the camera track is we've got the three cuts clearly labelled: camera 1, camera 3 and camera 2. Okay, so let's just press play again and see what we're getting. Let's follow the little recording light as it changes, pop down there and then finally up to here. I want to make this cut right here happen just a little bit sooner, and we can do that by clicking the little line separating the two blocks and pulling it earlier in time. Let's see how that looks. Earlier even still, it's about there. Up it goes and across. Now unfortunately in this build of Muvizu we can only really judge the success of our camera cuts at the timeline stage by looking at this little record button, flick across the viewports. If you'd like to actually see what it looks like as it would go to video, then all you go to video, make video, and in this viewport you eventually see what gets generated by Muvizu. So let's press play and watch this big video right here. Camera cut there, and it comes across to another cut. Once you're happy with it, you simply make video and go about the process of making your AVI file.